More former Australian Navy diver Paul de Gelder is scared of only two things in life: sharks and public speaking. But after losing his right hand and leg in a shark attack during a routine military exercise, de Gelder somehow became a motivational speaker and shark advocate. As a teen, de Gelder felt like he was floating through life without purpose. He had brief stints as a bartender and failed rapper. He once opened for Snoop Dogg, and even turned to dealing drugs at one point. He finally found happiness after becoming a clearance diver in the Navy, which means he was part of a unit that performs underwater demolitions and safely disposes of explosives in the water. In 2009, de Gelder was testing new Navy tracking technology when he was attacked by a shark. He lost a hand and a leg, was fitted with prosthetics, and spent months recuperating so he could return to work. Before the accident, de Gelder admits to thinking sharks were dangerous creatures that were better off dead. But as he started speaking publicly about his experience, he ended up learning how vital they are to our ecosystems. Sharks keep our oceans healthy by controlling populations of other fish species, which impacts the decline of coral reef and even the types of fish available for human consumption. Now, de Gelder works with various organizations to educate the public about sharks in an attempt to save the 100 million killed each year in the commercial fishing trade. In honor of the Discovery Channel's 30th anniversary of Shark Week, July 22 to 29, menshealth.com spoke to de Gelder about his harrowing experience. Catch the former Navy hero on Shark Wrecked, airing July 26, and Bloodline, airing July 27. This interview has been condensed and edited. I joined the military in November 2000. It was kind of like my last vestige of hope for adventure. I was just bumbling through life searching for adventures and fulfillment, trying to do something special, and I just kept failing. I came to the conclusion that maybe the Army could provide that for me. I ended up becoming a paratrooper, which is an infantry soldier usually sent in as one of the first crews to jump in behind enemy lines. In April 2002, I went on my first overseas trip as a United Nations peacekeeper to the Southeast Asian island of East Timor. I returned home toward the end of 2002 feeling like I'd just won the Super Bowl. I finally just got to do my job for real. I wanted to do it again, and feel like I was really serving my country. That's when I heard about the clearance divers. I knew they were pretty badass. I thought, what's stopping me from being someone that the rest of the military looks up to? It took a full 12 months before my transfer paperwork even went to the Navy, so it was a lot of patience, a lot of perseverance, and a lot of training as well. I went through that selection process in April 2005. I ended up finding my dream job. I got attacked February 11, 2009. The research and development section of the Navy had built this new automated device that they could put on ships, wherever we were around the world, and you could track movements in the water. The R&D department was trying to test this new equipment. I jumped into the water for only about 4 or 5 minutes. Before I even knew it, I just got this massive whack in my leg, and I really didn't know what it was, because it didn't hurt. I turned back around to see what was going on, and that's when I came face to face with a massive gray shark head. I'd never seen anything like that before. My brain couldn't actually process what I was seeing. We were staring eye to eye for what felt like minutes, but it was probably the blink of an eye. And then my survival instincts kicked in, and I thought, I've got to get this thing off me. So I tried to jab it in the eyeballs, since that was the closest thing to my arm, but I couldn't move my arm. I didn't know why until I looked down. I could see teeth all across my leg and all across my wrist. The shark had bitten my leg and my hand with the same bite, so I had no hand to fight it off with. I tried with my left, but I couldn't reach the eyeball. I tried to push up by the nose, but that only pushed the teeth of the lower jaw deeper into my leg, and that's when the pain started to kick in. So I tried to punch it in the head, but the shark must have realized that I was edible. It started to shake me. You can imagine what it feels like to have 2 rows of about 36 razor blades on either side of your leg and your wrist, just shredding their way through your flesh. I can't even describe it. At the same time it was taking me underwater, so I was drowning. I realized there's nothing I could do to get away from this animal that probably weighs about 600 pounds and was made of muscle, so I literally gave up. The shark removed my hamstring. It removed my hand. Fortunately, my wetsuit made me buoyant, and I popped to the surface. I started to swim. I took a